Most expensive plants and how you can own them. Beautiful expensive plants are in demand as plant lovers across the world exhaust supplies. Expensive and rare plants have become available online and fly off the shelves faster than supplies can offer. The most expensive houseplant money can buy and get some ideas for unique and rare houseplants that you can own. Pink plant sensation. The half-moon philodendron pink princess was given the title 2019 must-have plant by Horticulture Week magazine and is one of the most expensive houseplants. The plant is known for its deep green leaves that look dipped in hot pink paint. Don't expect pink flower from this non-flowering plant. A cutting for a pink princess philodendron costs up to $100 and a mature plant can cost up to $2,000. Variegated Philodendron minima. This lighter shade of philodendron looks crossed with a Swiss cheese plant. It has large leaves like a monstera, but grows like the Eurobasins. The average price of small plant is around $100, but a unique yellow variegated minima sold for $5,000 on a large auction site. Juliet Rose. The Juliet Rose got its first debut at the Chelsea Flower Show, and it took the world by storm. The developer of the Juliet Rose invested $5 million into its creation, and it took 15 years to complete. This unique and delicate rose has paper-thin petals that form rosettes. The color is a cross between light pink and apricot. This rose has a robust peachy tea rose fragrance. This expensive flower is inclusive but can be found online from a few specific retailers. A bouquet of dozen Juliet roses will cost around $200. Mini Monstera. The Mini Monstera is a small form of its large Monstera relative, and the variegation can range from white to yellow splotches on its leaves. You can find an average size Mini Monstera for about $700. These high-demand miniatures are prized by rare plant collectors. Tulip bulb. Although tulip bulbs are reasonable in price these days, they used to be the most expensive plant in the world during the tulip mania of the 17th century. During the Dutch Golden Age, tulip became high fashion and were prized worldwide. A tulip bulb traded much like a modern-day stock. The Semper Augustus tulip bulb fetched the highest price during the peak of the tulip mania, at an adjusted current price $2,500. The tulip prices collapsed within a few years as if the whole craze had never happened. Monstera obliqua plant. This strange variegated monstera has such large holes in the leaves that there is more hole than leaf. The plant has fragile skeletal look that interests plant lovers. The Monstera obliqua grow at a slow pace, with new leaves taking about 12 to 18 months to develop. Expect to pay at least $1,500 for a Monstera obliqua in a 6-inch pot. Bonsai trees. Although you can find basic juniper bonsai trees for around $50, the rare ancient varieties can cost a ton of money. An 800-year-old miniature white pine tree sold for $1.3 million at the International Bonsai Convention. You don't have to pass down your bonsai trees for generations to get a high price. The old pine bonsai trees can fetch several thousands of dollars after several decades. The price varies by how well trained and pruned the tree is. The more natural looking and miniature it is, the higher the price tag. 10-year-old bonsai trees cost $100 on average, and 30-year-old trees cost about $1,000. The gold of Kinabalu orchid is an endangered species of orchid that can only be found in one small fenced-off area in the Kinabalu National Park, Malaysia. This extremely rare flower costs up to $5,000 or $3,000 for just one stem at a time. This incredibly expensive flower is also a very impractical gift, unless of course The occasion falls between April and May because that is the only time of year that the gold of Kinablu orchard blooms. Saffron. Saffron is an expensive spice that comes from the Crocus sativus flower. The flower sends out a stigma full of pollen which creates the saffron spice. Although the plant itself is cheap, the spice comes in at $1,500 per pound. Saffron is one of the most expensive plants that you can grow outdoors. Cardupal flower. The cardupal flower is the most expensive flower on the planet. The flower blooms on a cactus that can be found in Sri Lanka. The flower blooms once a year at night and dies before the sun rises. Cardupal flower are a ghost white, has the nickname ghost flower. This flower has never sold, which has earned it its priceless status. This is because the flower dies the moment you pick it.